What up? This is Rama Screen. Welcome to another episode of Fellow Geeks, where we talk to, fellow geeks, nerds, content creators, artists, talents who are just as nerdy as you and me. So for this latest episode, I'm here with Halstyn Hart. How you doing, Hal?
Hi, good. Thanks for having me.
I can call you Hally, right?
Yes.
Excellent. Like Hollywood. I like that. So, Halstyn Hart here is an actress slash filmmaker slash YouTuber. Wow, that's a lot of stuff. What other slash?
Slash crafter, knitter, I don't know.
There you go.
Whatever keeps me happy and fulfills my dreams.
Well, we'll definitely get to the dreams part, definitely. But I want to ask you this. Did you wake up one day and get up off your bed and say, you know what? I'm going to be an actress. I mean, how did that come to be?
When I was little, in kindergarten, we had a school play, and I got to have a lead role singing, and I always loved doing that stuff. When we had our Thanksgiving plays, I had everyone's lines memorized, and you can see me on stage in like our home videos, like mouthing everyone's lines as they're saying them. I was that annoying kid who I just loved it. So I never thought about acting as like an actual job because it just seems crazy to try and do that. But here I am. I have an agent, and I'm just trying to make my way into that world. So
congratulations on your process, of course. So I want to ask you about your YouTube channels. I looked up some of your videos. You have some acting reels on it, right? Or voice reels. I love that. And then you also have, parodies of Disney songs. Can you talk a bit about some of the videos you upload and what's your niche on that aspect?
So I love mixing Disney musicals with Star Wars.
Yeah.
So I found ways to, I had Little Mermaid's Part of Your World song mixed with Star Wars. So instead of wanting to be part of the human world, I want to be part of the Jedi world. And then I also did a Star Wars Beauty and the Beast mashup. So instead of Beauty and the Beast, it's Beauty and the Binks, which is Jar Jar Binks, which is notoriously everyone's least favorite Star Wars character. But I think it's great to give Jar Jar his happy ending.
Exactly.
Because he's awkward and kind of crazy, just the way the Beast is. And
yeah, he's the guy you love to hate.
Exactly.
Now, another story that you told me before was that you actually went all the way to freaking England for Star Wars Celebration. It doesn't get more geeking out than that. You know, you are a Star Wars fan, yes. Obviously. But not a lot of Star Wars fans would invest so much just to go attend one weekend of Star Wars Celebration. But you did. Much respect to that. I mean, can you just, briefly, how was that experience? That is insanity.
It was so great.
Yeah.
Like one of the best moments of my life. Right before Star Wars Celebration, I actually broke my foot 2 weeks before.
Oh.
So flying to England with a broken foot is really challenging, especially because all of the buildings there and everything are not like handicap accessible. They're older buildings. They're beautiful, but they were built couple hundred years ago. So it was definitely a challenge getting around. And I got to meet Carrie Fisher before she passed, and she was really sweet, like just warm, genuine, like really sweet. So I used a knee scooter to get around so that I wouldn't have to have crutches for all day and stuff. And so when I scooted over to like get my picture taken with her, which by the way, it was really expensive to get a picture with Mark Hamill, and it was cheaper to get a picture with Carrie Fisher. I don't know why. I don't think that
I think because Mark Hamill needs the cash. He's a bit low on those.
I don't think that she's like any less of an awesome star to meet, but you still have to pay to get a picture or a signature from them and stuff. But yeah, so when I got in line, I had to kind of hold up the line to like get over to her with off of my scooter and everything. And I told her, I'm sorry, I broke my foot before I came here. And she was like, that's okay. She's like, I hear they give good medicine for that at the hospital. So she was just really great. And now that I've read her books and everything, I know that I didn't realize at the time like how much a narcotic like
her past was.
Yes,
Yeah.
like her addiction and everything. So it's just great that she can even be lighthearted about it and make jokes about it like that. She's just really awesome. But yeah, so, and I also really wanted to hug her when I got my picture with her, but I didn't know if we'd be allowed to touch her or anything. But she initiated a hug with everybody that she got a picture with.
Aww.
So she's just really sweet. So it was really awesome getting to just share that 5-second moment with her and stuff. And just see who she really is.
You're so lucky because I got to attend the press conference for Star Wars The Force Awakens, but she was up on the stage, up on the panel with the press. All of us were down there, so I didn't get to actually meet her. Right. We got to meet her before she passed, and that's just, that must have left quite the memory.
Yeah,
on you.
It was really nice.
And you've always been a big fan of Leia too, anyway,
yes.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, I have a picture when I was 5 years old for Halloween. I dressed up as Princess Leia and stuff. I have the wig and everything. So yeah, she's always been my favorite character. And one other person I got to meet there was Warwick Davis, and I've always been like a huge fan of him. But he was hosting the whole weekend, so he didn't have time to do signatures or take pictures with anybody. So my boyfriend who came with me, he caught him as he was leaving at the end of the day. And my boyfriend came yelling like, you have to come here quick. And so like I scooted over as fast as I could, and he was like still there trying to leave. So he was really exhausted. You could tell he was exhausted after his long day. But he got a picture with us, and he was really nice.
So we talked about a bit of your actress side, and then / songwriter side, and then / YouTuber side. Now we get to you as a filmmaker. I know I understand that you are working on a project. You're raising fund. For my fans at home, can you speak a bit about what it is that you're working on? Yeah, you're developing.
So I'm working on a SAG New Media project. This project, I have to follow all the guidelines of making any professional film. So in California, I have to have workers' comp insurance, and I have to have general liability insurance. And those are like the most expensive things because you have to cover everyone on your set and everywhere that you film and stuff. So that's the main part that I'm raising the money for, and then also to pay people. But it's a story that's really special to me because it's based on my life and my journey of following my dreams and moving here to become an actress. Even though I come from like a conservative kind of Christian background and everything, where Hollywood is the devil's playground, and there's a lot of taboo about
it's Sodom and Gomorrah.
Exactly. So it's about my struggle and decision to move out here, and also being in the real world for the first time outside of my community and what I've known growing up and everything. So I want it to be a fun look at kind of a serious situation and everything, and it's also going to be a musical. So I'm writing the music for the web series, and it's going to be coming to Amazon Prime Video. So
and I noticed that because I follow you on social media, that you also recently posted a casting call.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
So right now I'm looking for a few kid roles to play like a young version of me. Also somebody to play my mom, like a stereotypical Asian mom kind of. So I'm right now getting all the casting together and trying to get everybody on board so we can just do this.
So for my viewers at home, aspiring actors out there, where can they go? What link?
Oh, they can email Halstyn Hart Productions at gmail.com. And send a picture of yourself. And
your headshots and everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So we're looking for a few kid roles. They can see on the website, halstynhart.com/crowdfund. So
awesome. All right, Hally. So you have a few items you wanted to show us, right? Some cool geek out artist stuff.
So growing up, being a Star Wars fan, there was like no clothes for girls at all. And I remember in like 7th grade, I found my first Star Wars Han Solo t-shirt that was in the guys section, and I was like, I can wear this. Yeah. So I bought it, and now there's so much nerdy fashion everywhere, which is really great about the time that we live in. So these are a few of my favorites. This is like an X-Wing pilot, but very feminine. So it's like
I like that
Star Wars cosplay-ish. And you can be you can be anyone. This is an Elsa dress. I've worn this in public, and little girls are just like, "It's so beautiful. I want to wear it." And then, I mean, my parents always tell me I just never grew up. So
did you let it go? Good.
This is a cool Hot Topic dress. It's a Darth Vader inspired. It's got this awesome cape, so it's just
that's cool.
very elegant.
The cape, yeah.
I wore it when The Force Awakens premiered, so this is like my fancy Star Wars.
I like how it's
dress.
I like how it's just like this little mini face here, right here,
subtle.
Yeah. And there's the buttons are not here and all the other stuff.
Yeah,
just
it's just
plain black,
clean,
simple.
Yeah,
it's nice. I like that.
And then I also have a Cinderella gown.
Oh, Cinderella!
So this is like the mini version of the dress she wore in the movie.
Oh, did you like that live action movie?
I did.
You did? Okay.
I mean, there have been so many Cinderella stories, but for Disney remaking theirs, they did a great job. I think it was so beautiful and colorful and lush, and the fact that it wasn't a musical actually was okay for me. So.
Yeah, that was interesting. That wasn't a musical. That was interesting.
Yeah. And then my last awesome jacket here. If you've seen Fantastic Beasts, this is Queenie's jacket. I think that Fantastic Beasts is an awesome Harry Potter movie, just because they're adults and it's in such a cool world and everything. So I'm really excited about what's going to happen in the next few movies. But right now, they already have such great style, so I'm really excited.
So which other geek items, be it clothes or toys or action figures, that you would like to someday have that you haven't gotten around to purchasing yet? Are there stuff that you're eyeing, or someday I'll have that?
I know. Sorry, this is such a hard question because I unfortunately have so much stuff already.
You already have it all!
I know. I mean, in my kitchen, I have spatulas, measuring cups that are R2-D2.
Get out of here, really?
Plates.
That's awesome.
I have so much stuff. I even have bath soap that's Star Wars. I have some bedding. I don't know what I'm missing, really.
I even have Harrison Ford locked up in my
I guess I could get the body pillow of Harrison Ford.
So that is something that we probably have to kind of think of, because you already got them all.
I have so much. I can't buy any more because I have too much. I guess maybe more vintage items, because the only things I have from the first movies are episode 5 in the 80s. I have trading cards, a whole set that I got at a comic book store. And I have from 1977 a comic book of the Star Wars movie. They just put the movie in a comic book. So those are the only old vintage things I really have. So wanting to collect more things that you won't be able to find at all, that's more, I guess, where I want to start looking at antique stores and stuff like that. So
well, that is a fantastic idea. So with your projects, if my fans want to help raise fund for it, where can they go again? What's the link?
Oh, okay. So it's halstynhart.com/crowd-fund. And there's lots of prizes that you can win. You can donate and be on IMDb. I can make a custom Funko Pop for you from my web series.
Nice.
There's all kinds of
Funko
things. You can send me a picture and it'll be in the movie in the background on a wall. So your face will be in film. There's just all kinds of things that you can do. Little donations and everything that would really help us make this funny musical web series. So
you hear that, Rama Screen fans? Let's help Hally. So, what is a geek? If you have to define it, what do you think makes a geek? What is a geek?
I think a geek is a dreamer for sure, because they read about fantastical worlds, whether they're sci-fi worlds or magical, Lord of the Rings kind of places, and they want to be part of those stories. And these stories are always about helping others, saving the world. They're really awesome things that we want to be a part of, So the dreamer in all of the geeks just wants to live out those adventures.
And my fans at home can relate to you and your process, because they too are dreamers. They aspire to something much bigger. And there's a lot of naysayers, a lot of haters out there trying to bring us down, trying to say like, no, you just gotta stick to 9 to 5. What are you thinking? That you will fail. You are crazy. You're flying too close to the sun. So what do you say to the fellow dreamers out there who want to make it, but they're just having a hard time not only believing in themselves and in their dreams, just believing in the possibility at all?
We're all really unique. We all have a different story to tell.
Mm.
I always struggle with, are people going to want to hear about, my journey and everything?
Yeah.
But the fact is, yes, they are. Everyone's story, you're helping share your perspective with the world. And the more that we can understand each other, the better this place is going to be. If you try to please everybody, it's never going to happen. Even if you have the steady 9 to 5 and you do all those things, nothing's really certain in life. So you got to go for it. You have to just go for your dreams and the rest will follow.
Okay. And YOLO.
Yeah, definitely YOLO.
Well, thank you so much, Hally, for taking the time with us, and best wishes to your project and to your career, and we'll help the best way we can.
Yeah, thank you so much, Rama.
All right, let's rock this.